Here we have an electronic form that was accessed through email and completed using Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now what we're going to do is look at what we actually do when we're finished with the form. In order to sign the form, you're going to go down to Evaluator Signature. When you get there, this particular signature field is actually a text field. So in order to sign it, we type in the evaluator's name. And we can choose the role of the evaluator. We'll say that this one is the mentor teacher. And then it's signed. Now there are ways to sign using an actual signature, but further instructions will be given on that if that is the desire of the college. Once we have the form completed and signed, we'll scroll up to the top here. We can check it over to make sure that it's what we want. Obviously this one is not quite complete, but for our purposes it's good enough. And then to actually submit it, you'll see a button in the top right corner here that says Submit Form. You click on the button, and then you have to type in who it's going to, who it's from, and so on. Once you follow all of these prompts, you'll be able to submit your form. Here we have an electronic form that was either opened up through email using DocHub or opened up through Google Drive using DocHub. Either way, the form will look like this at this point. What we're going to view today is how we would actually sign and submit the form when we're finished with it. So let's pretend that we're finished with this form and we're ready to submit it. Before we can submit it, we need to sign it. So as the evaluator, what I'm going to do is add my signature to the form. I can do this one of two ways. In DocHub, I could either type in my name or I can actually add a signature. So I'm going to delete my name there and come up here to the word sign. And this gives me the sign tool. I'll click on the sign tool and I have some options here. These are signatures that I've already created, or I can click on Create Signature to create another one. When you create a signature, you can do it using your phone by actually drawing the signature, which is hard to do, but not impossible. You can upload an image or you can type and then just choose a font. That's the way that I created the signatures that I've been doing so far. So I'm going to look at one of the signatures I already have. I'm going to go with Bob Educator's signature. I'll click on it. And then I'm just going to drag it here to the Evaluator Signature section. I'll click, and now it is signed. And this is the mentor teacher. So our signature is added to it, and we need to submit it. But as the mentor, we can't quite submit it until we have the intern signature. So there's another step we have to take. We have the form here that has been signed by the evaluator, but now it needs to be sent to the intern so the intern can review it and sign it as well. So the evaluator will come over here to the left-hand side and choose Manage Fields. Once they choose Manage Fields, then they can have an option of text fields, paragraph fields, and so on. We want signature fields. So the evaluator will choose Signature Field and then bring the Signature Fields box over to wherever they need the signature, and that would be right here under Intern Signature. So we'll click right there, and it says Sign Here, but you have to assign someone to actually sign that. So this is a required field, and the person that needs to sign it, we need to add here. So we'll type in the email of whoever needs to sign the form and click Add. Now this name needs to be attached to the signature. So we're going to go back to the field, and it says not assigned. We're going to assign it to that email address. And now you see the initials down there that indicate that it is ready to be sent and signed. So if the form is complete and the field has been assigned, then you're ready to send as a sign request. Notice this right here. It says there are 43 unassigned fields on this document. Unassigned fields cannot be modified by anyone after sending. Would you like to assign them to a role? So, if you want the intern to be able to actually adjust anything, or whoever you're sending it to for that matter, if you want them to be able to edit anything, then you need to assign it a role. If you want it to stay as is, then you want to leave it alone. So I might want the intern to be able to date something, so I'm going to add a date field right here, the date. And I can assign that to the intern as well. So they need to sign it and they need to date it. Once I have that taken care of, I'm going to send it as a sign request. As you can see, we can kind of double check. It's saying that action is needed, and the subject says, please review, sign, and complete this document. So we're ready to send it. It has been sent, so now it's just a waiting game. It says there's one remaining thing that we're waiting on, and we'll look at what exactly this looks like to the intern or whoever you send it to whenever they get it in just a minute. Previously, we saw how someone who is completing an electronic form can send it for a signature using DocHub. Now we're going to look at what the view is of the person who actually needs to complete that action. So when I go to my email, I have an email here that says action needed, mathematics evaluation distributed. I'm going to click on this email, and it tells me that I need to review, sign, and complete the document. So I'll go to View Document, and here is the form. Now, I am not allowed to adjust anything on the form. I can't change anything that was sent to me. All I can do is acknowledge it through signing. So I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to add the signature. So I'll click Sign here, and I'll choose the signature that I want, or I can create a new signature. I'm going to go with Joni Teacher, and it added the signature there for me, and it automatically dated it for me. Now it asks me if I want to finalize the document. I can finalize the document, and it will automatically be sent back to my original sender, Bob Educator, so he can save it wherever is necessary within Google Drive or some other format for future reference.